And we're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us stronger.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel if you are new and drop this video a like. That really does help me out a lot. But in this video, we are going to be talking about my 4 a.m. routine. And I think there's a huge misconception about people that wake up early. A lot of people think that we enjoy it when that is not always the truth. And sometimes it's just miserable, to be honest. But the reason I wake up at 4 a.m. is not because I like it. I like what it allows me to do. So I'll touch on some of that throughout the video. But I think with any 4 a.m. routine, it's really going to start the night before. So there's a lot of preparation that has to go into this in order for it to be successful. And I will link my entire day in the life video down below so you guys can get a better feel for that. But now that I'm training at home, it does look a little bit different. So one of the main things I do is I make up my pre-workout cocktail that I call it. So 2 scoops of BCAAs, 2 scoops of high volume, which is a pre-workout without any caffeine, just for the pump. I'll take 1 scoop of Prolific, which is a pre-workout with caffeine in there, and then 1 scoop of creatine. So I'll have that as I walk down to the gym and as I'm warming up. I always make sure I've got Princess Megan's lemon water ready, so when she wakes up, she's good to go. And then over here, I always make sure before I go to bed, I've got little Alfie's treats made up for the day. If you're a dog owner, if you've never tried this, definitely give it a shot. We put pumpkin and a Kong, so something pretty healthy, and it also takes them a while to get down, and it gives us about 10 minutes apiece. And then just so I don't wake Megan and Alfie up at 4 a.m. because that would be good for nobody, I put my clothes out here on the couch. And believe it or not, this is actually a very nice, expensive couch that's hidden by blankets because of little Alfredo. And definitely the most popular question that I get is, what time do I go to bed? I always aim to be asleep, not in bed watching TV, not just crawling into bed, but asleep by 9 p.m. and we're pretty good about getting there. In my younger years, not so much, a little bit sleep deprived, and it really was not worth it in my opinion. I could do an entire video on that, but given that I wake up and train first thing, I don't have time to eat, so I try to get a pretty sizable meal in right before I go to bed. You guys always know, every single night, this thing is just perfection. So you have this, and then we're off.
I gotta show 'em, gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do it for Kobe. Lately I'm zoning, lately I know where I'm going. Taking whatever controllers, show me opponents, show me opponents. I got a gift and I'm starting to own it. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the song say. And I can do all things, I can do all things. I can do all things, yeah, we came a long way.
4 a.m. is for the passion that you don't have time for. It's your time to be selfish and do whatever it is that you love. It's a time where no one can reach you and there really are no other distractions. Unlike the rest of the day, you're in complete control. There's no one calling, there's no texts or emails. It's really complete silence, kind of a dream world if you're an introvert like myself. You look around and there's no one there, and there's no one there for a reason. It sucks waking up that early. It's not an easy choice by any means, and it's going to put you on the road less traveled. And while waking up early isn't inherently transformative, I mean, you can't become successful just by getting out of bed a few hours earlier, I do believe it symbolizes your willingness to sacrifice comfort in return for an even greater outcome. And in my opinion, that's really the recipe for success. For me, I use this time to work out, which is something that I consider to be a non-negotiable. It's going to happen at some point throughout the day, and at 4 a.m., it doesn't get in the way of my family time or my career. For you, it may be taking the time to read or working on a side business, but whatever it is, I recommend making it something that you love to do or something that you flat out have to do, because you're going to need extreme amounts of discipline and motivation not to hit that snooze button. Trust me. And the last thing I'll say here is, if you're one of those people who are thinking that's just not the right time to do fill in the blank, you know, work out, design your website, build your dream car, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. What I can tell you is, from my experience in the 30 years that I've been on this earth, if you wait on the perfect time to do anything, there's a good chance you're going to end up doing nothing. overall, pretty solid workout this morning. It's never going to be as good as if you're going in at like 10 or 11 a.m. You've got some food in your system, but all things considered, I'm pretty happy with the way today's training session went. So right around 6 a.m., I'll come back upstairs, and this is one of my favorite parts of the day, and it makes waking up at 4 a.m. so worth it. He always hears me coming. Hear that? Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, Alfredo? How you doing, bud? Hey, come here. Hey. He knows what time it is. So right around this time, we come home and he gets a belly rub. So come up here, buddy. Come up here. Yep, it's that time. It's that time. Okay, yes. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Those are the sweetest kisses I've ever had in my life. Oh, thank you. So then, we take little Alfredo on our family walk. Is this your favorite part of the day?
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite part of the day, too. Just nice little, slow start to the day. Nice, cool breeze. No one is ever out here. It's nice, and Alfie loves it. He just sniffs around and doesn't take too many steps, unfortunately, but we're working on it. He's still young.
I love being on camera at 6 in the morning.
Yeah? Isn't it the best? 6 in the morning, the day's half over. Grind, baby. You gotta grind. As we all know, coffee is a very important part to the day, but the most important coffee of the day is the coffee for your significant other. Because if they don't have that, it's going to be a long day for everybody. Ain't that right, buddy? All right, then we get freshened up and officially ready to start the day. I try to be all ready before 7 a.m. so I can hit the road. Today we are going to Sanford, North Carolina, which I've never been there before, but it's only about 45 minutes from here, so it shouldn't be too bad at all. All right, so 2 things that I like to do before I hit the road, because you should not be on your phone when you're driving. Please do not be that dumb. But we are going to queue up a podcast. One of my favorites is How I Built This with Guy Raz on NPR. So today it looks like they always do this thing where they release old episodes. So I might watch it or listen to an older one. I've probably heard it before, though. I think I've heard almost all of these. The most recent one I listened to was the Ring Doorbell. Definitely check that out. But I'll figure that out before we head out. And then, of course, you guys know that I always have my P Science protein bar. They're coming back to the website very, very soon, I promise you guys. So I'm gonna have this as my post-workout snack. And then once I get there, I can't take you guys with me. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I can do all things. Yeah, we came a long way, and that's what the songs say. And I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things. Yeah, we came.
Sorry about that, guys. When I get into work mode, it's just too hard for me to focus on this camera. I just have to put it away. But that is my morning routine, and this is not some kind of phase. This is not something that's just trendy, so I'm trying it out. I've been doing this for about 7 years now, so it's more of just a way of life. And if it's something that you're interested in adapting, the number one tip I can give you is don't look at it like it's an option. You have to just turn on that switch in your mind, and if you're going to do it, you can't give yourself a way out. If you've never read the book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me, I highly recommend it. But in that book, he talks a lot about mental calluses, and that's what you're going to have to build up, because it can be miserable waking up that early, especially might be a little cold outside and your bed just feels so good. And even if you get out of bed and you go to the gym, you're gonna feel just like kind of woozy and maybe just a little bit out of it. You kind of just have to keep pushing through, and then it does get easier and easier, but I'd be lying to you if I said it was fun. In an ideal world, I could sleep in a little bit and go to the gym at 10 or 11 a.m. when I'm fully energized, but that's just not the situation that I am in. And you do get tired throughout the day. I get that question a lot as well. I'm personally a coffee drinker, which helps a lot. But again, you kind of just have to just get over it. If there's certain things that you want to accomplish, there's only a certain amount of hours in the day to get them done. So you kind of have to decide personally how you're going to allocate that time. I don't think that waking up early makes you special in any way. I don't think it makes you any harder working. Like I said, inherently, maybe your time is staying up late, and maybe you're a 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. type of person. That is just not me. But I really do hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys got something out of it. I personally love these types of videos over the food videos, but you guys can let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below, and please drop this video a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be so great to have you here. But thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I look forward to talking to y'all next time.